Welcome back, everyone. This is Becky with the Kartra Education team, and I've got a pretty short demo to share with you today. Today we're going to be looking at how to import a CSV file to your Kartra account and start getting some contacts loaded into your system to use. So starting out here, I've logged into my account. We're going to go to Contacts in the sidebar here, and then select Import. To get started, we'll click plus import in the top right corner. And then we want to import our file. So you can either drag it in here or click Browse to find it on your computer. So the CSV file that you upload here should be something, in most cases, that you will have downloaded from another mail service or another application where maybe you collected the leads. So if you had a place where maybe you have an opt-in form where people submit their information, or you've just kind of collected contact details from people in other ways. You want to get all that contact detail into a CSV spreadsheet format, and then you can upload that information directly to Kartra using this process. So you can see here my upload was successful, so we're going to click Save and Next to progress. And then this table here shows me the records that were in my CSV file. So I've got some sample data here to show you. The table shows me exactly what was in there, so I'm able to just verify that it came through correctly, and then lets me map my fields properly. And to do that, what the next step here is to map those fields. Basically, what that means is we're going to take each column of information of data from your CSV, and we're going to match that to a contact field in Kartra so that when you import everything, each of the details that were in those columns will go into the corresponding field in a contact record. So here you can see my very first column is the first name value. So I'm going to click this drop down, select first name. The next one is the last name. So again, I'm going to go click the drop down, select last name. And this one is email. The email address is actually the only required field in Kartra for a contact. So you have to have an email address. It's what essentially identifies a unique person or a unique contact in your account. And as long as you have that, then you have a contact. The rest of it is kind of optional. So one thing I do just want to call out here, Kartra does separate the person's name by first and last name. So if you have a system maybe that exported your contacts with a full name value, you may need to separate that into two columns so that you can import these properly. So from there, you can see some of these, my columns actually didn't have any data in them. And in that case, you can ignore that field. Or if you have a mix of values where some of them it's empty, says NA, and some of them has a different value, you can just choose whatever field that should be. Anybody that has contact in that field will get contact will get content in their record, and anybody who doesn't, it'll just be blank. So another thing that I do want to show you is there are a group of sort of standard contact fields, and those were the ones up here under default. But you can also select custom fields for these things. So if you've got data from your export that maybe that you've collected some other things like indications of people's interest or their income level or any other kind of data that you might have collected in forms, you can upload that to Kartra as well and match it with a custom field. So you can see if I scroll down here, this shows me the custom fields that I already have in my account. These are ones that I've created for myself. So if, for example, I had instead of NA, if I had the person's age in this field, I could choose what is your age, and that would populate their age in that person's contact record then, based on what was in this column. You can also, if you have data that is from your original source, but you don't have a custom field already created in Kartra for that type of information, you can click this link here to create a new field during the setup process, during this import. So that's how you map fields. Once you get through this, if you've got a setup that you know you're going to use, again, maybe you have a couple of different CSVs that you're going to import, you can also save this field set as a template. So you would just go click templates and save. From there, you can go through and confirm. Kartra does a little verification on here to make sure all the contacts are ready to import. It only shows you the fields that you've actually selected. Ones that you've ignored won't be shown here. Tells you how many are ready to import, and then also gives you the option to download a CSV of the mapped fields as well. So you can do that. So that's all we're going to show today. The rest of the import process is you can set up a few automations to run in Kartra once you get this import finished. And then there's a questionnaire at the end where you're going to provide some information about where you got this data. Just basically verify your business and the opt-in status of these leads. So once you submit the import, we have a team who reviews every import, so it's not automatic, or it's not instant, I shouldn't say. So our team will review it, and then they will follow up with you to say if it was approved or declined, and if it was declined, if they need more information, they will let you know what information they need. So one last thing that I just want to show you, because that questionnaire, sometimes people need like a little bit more time to get the answers together there. If you have started an import like this and you know you need to come back to it later, it will be saved for you. So now when I come back in here, you can see I have an import in draft mode. It expires in 7 days, so make sure that you come in here and finish it within a week. But anytime within that time, I can come back in, reopen up my import. All of my maps and everything have been saved, so I don't have to redo that work. And it just puts me back in the flow exactly where I was. So that's a great little time saving function. All right, great. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you again next time.